So this is like the state of affairs happening for the folio progress on my work area. So just wanted to show you really quickly that this is all the mess that is surrounding me before I turn the camera on and just show you that one little square. You know that I have all kinds of things all around. That's kind of like my process. I need to like think about it, print out some prints, figure out my colors. So if I would have turned the camera on while I was doing that, you guys would have just been sitting there for like an hour. So I'm gonna turn on the camera here in a minute and we will start covering the inside of the folio. Okay guys, we are ready to start on part 2 of creating our Christmas folio. In the first part, we constructed the base and we got everything cut out and ready to go. So in this part, I'm gonna start covering the base with some papers. So as you saw in my introduction, I had everything laid out. I had to think about it for a while. I wanted to like figure out what papers I wanted to use and just at least get a little bit of an idea of what I was doing before I put the camera on, because it's been a while since I made this and I kept going back and watching the video because I couldn't remember everything. So, but basically we are going to make the same theme, the lady of the house. I'm going to go with that theme. I think that could be really cute. And then, another thing is like you could always do your own theme. Like if you had something special that you could think of, or Maria's, the one that I was originally inspired by, she did a wedding planner journal, and it was an extra piece that she put with it, and she created like a stationery folio, and that was what hers was. So it was just filled with all different pieces of stationery, and I always thought that would be a really sweet like gift for someone, especially someone who's not super into like junk journals or like paper crafts, to give them a stationery set. That's something that, you know, it's universal. Everybody loves stationery. So that was just a thought too. And I'll link Maria's video again. I did link it in the first video, but I'll link that video, and also I'll link the timestamp of where she showed her little stationery folio in her video, because it is super cute. I love it. So okay, so today we're ready to start. Let's see. I want to show you. Okay, so the pieces that we cut out yesterday. Remember we cut the cardstock, the heavier cardstock, and I told you that's gonna glue in the bottom. And then we also have our 3 pieces, which are gonna make sort of like a little mini journal. And the way those are gonna work is like you're gonna flip one open, and that section is going to be, I forget, like trimming the tree or something like that. And then you flip the other one, and that's going to be, you know, the Christmas dinner. And then you flip the other one, and that's going to be St. Nicholas. Or I don't know, we'll figure out what themes we want to use as we go. But I'm just going to take these and I'm going to clip them in just so that it holds that bottom part straight. And it's easier to work in here today. So I'm just gonna clip those together. And then we're not really gonna do that part today because I think that's gonna be another part on its own. But this front cover of what will be that little journal part, we're gonna cover that today, or figure out the paper that we wanna use. So then we have our other pieces, which we're gonna have. This piece is going to be our pocket, and then this little piece is going to be, it's going to create a tuck spot here, and then that's going to become our 4th flip. So for this part, if you watched my first video of the folio that I made a couple years ago, which I will link in the description again on this video, I put ornaments in this little pocket. So we're gonna do that today too, because I think it's important to like get this part situated where everything kind of blends, because with a folio you have so many things opening in front of you that I think it's easy to get really busy, and you don't want things to kind of like be not matching, I guess. I mean, not that you can't not match things, but you just want it to flow, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So for this middle section, this middle page here, in the original one, I had a green wallpaper. And I was trying to figure out, like, do I want to go with greens? Do I want to go with reds? I wasn't sure. But I am going to use this green wallpaper on this section. And this wallpaper is in the Christmas morning kit in my shop. So I'm gonna use that on this section here. And then I'm gonna show you today how to create some of these little ornaments. And well, at least we're gonna punch out our images. We're not gonna actually create the ornament completely yet. And I wanted to just get a visual of what images we're gonna go over here, what I wanted, what I liked, because I want the colors to kind of flow. So these are what I picked. These are from the Silent Night kit from last year, and these are the pages. So what I did was I took a little drinking glass because I tried to use my circle punch, but it wasn't big enough. I don't have a bigger one. So I took this little glass, drinking glass that I have, and I put it over top of the image. And then I just took my pencil and traced around it and cut that out. That's how I got my little circles. So it's a really easy way for you to get a circle pattern, is just to use a glass like that. And then you could, like, I kind of tried a couple different glasses till I got the size that I thought would work. Let me see how big these are. Let's see. They're about 3 inches. So yeah, they're about 3-inch circles. Well, maybe like 3 1/8, or yeah. You could probably go up to 3 1/4 of an inch for these circles. So that would be a good measurement. So that's how I made those. And like I said, I wanted to, so these are the pages that I used. I used this little guy, and then I used this one and this one. And I also tried this one. I really liked that one, but I liked that it was like 2 little angels and then the dove in the middle. So that's what I ended up going with. So let's see. Okay, so I think we're gonna use this green. And then I also had considered a couple other papers for this. So like, you can use any papers that you have, but this was just what I was thinking. So I had also considered this one, but I just thought it was too white, and I'm probably going to use this somewhere else. And then I also considered this one, which I really, really love. And I almost went with that one, but I think that this one will be good in another part. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one. Okay. And then for our pocket, we need to cover that. And I want to get that planned out so that I can, like, so that everything kind of flows. So under these little ornaments, in my first one that I made, I used some piano paper, and I had found this piano paper in my stash that has these little stars on it. And so I'm gonna use that to cover up that piece, and then maybe put something under it too. I'm not sure yet. Maybe like some sheet music or something. I don't know, we'll see. So that is gonna go under, and then these little ornaments are gonna tuck into that little section. So that's gonna be that part, the green paper. And then on this part, let's see. I had thought about, where did I put those? Oh, okay. So I had cut out some of these little pieces. I have this new kit in my shop called Lady of the House. I just put it out. And I named it that after this folio. I named it because we were making this folio. Not that you have to use the Lady of the House in this folio, but so these pieces are in that kit. And I love this lady here with her hat, and I thought that she would be a good choice because that looked a little bit Christmassy to me or something. So we're gonna put her as the lady. Well, this is the hat that the lady wants to wear from the latest fashions that she cut out from a magazine. And then these are some little bonnets and things that she really likes too. So it says latest Parisian styles of headdresses. So I want to put those on there. The next part that I wanted to think about was the actual cover. And I think I'm going to use this book page image. This is from the Star Shining Bright kit, Christmas kit. I think I'm going to use this on the cover, and then I'm going to add probably something down here. And that is going to be the cover. And then what else do we have to cover? We need to think about this little section here. This has to get covered with something, and I'm not sure yet what to use there. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started and start gluing all of this, and then we'll see where we're at with it. Okay, so we got that glued on, and now we're just gonna clip it back in our clips. And then I think I'll work on this little piece. So this is the star paper, but I wanna put something under it. So I need to figure out what to put under it. Use this piece of brown paper bag, and I just ripped it along the edge. I like that it has that little bit hanging over. So I'm just gonna glue that. But we need to make this a pocket. So we don't want to glue it right to this paper yet. We're just going to kind of piece this together. Sheet music would be a really good choice for this pocket too. I think those ornaments would look really sweet on top of sheet music. So that is going to be our pocket. And then we're going to put our cute little, yeah. That's gonna look real cute. Okay, so in order for us to make this a pocket, all I'm gonna do is glue around. I'm just gonna glue on the base. And then just press down. And I do think I'm gonna sew this, but I wanna make this pocket first because I think I'm gonna sew around the edges of both of those pockets. So I'm not going to attach it yet into here, but basically that's gonna be a pocket. So, and like I said, I'm gonna sew on the edges. Okay, so now we're gonna come over and do this part. So we need our little piece. What did I do with that? Here it is. This is gonna be a pocket as well. So only this is going to be a pocket like that. So we can glue right to the top of this one because we made our pocket with this paper, whereas we're gonna make it on this side with some of this sheet music. This is very, very brittle, so I just want to glue it just right. Okay, you guys, I think I completely changed my mind about this side because I didn't like how that was all going together. And this is actually a it's from that same Lady of the House kit, except for this is the collage paper. So I think I'm gonna try to use this paper. Like every kit, I usually put a little collage paper inside of the kit, and that's what this one is. So I'm gonna try to use this on here. Just tearing off that corner so that it's not quite so sharp. And then I think what I'm gonna do is I wanna have that up there. So I wanna use this image over here. So I need to cut that out. Okay, I have my pieces sewed, so we can add them now. And I'm just gonna glue this little, I ended up just sewing around the pocket, not the whole thing, so I'm just going to you can see my sewing wasn't so good. It was bunching up, but oh well. Is what it is. So I'm gonna add my little pocket, and then I want to come in and cut that little part out, that little curve. And the same up at the top. Yeah. Okay, and then now that we have that glued on, I don't know, do I have that crooked? I guess I have it a little crooked. Okay, that's good. So then we're gonna come in and we're gonna glue our pocket. Actually, I'm gonna glue on here. We're gonna glue those sections and then put it down. You know what, I forgot to say about the pencil lines. I want to erase those. But I guess that covered that one up pretty good, so yeah. I think, I don't know, where is my pencil? Yeah, just go and erase all of your pencil lines, because now that you have it folded, you don't need them. All right, so for this one, the way this is gonna work is we are just gonna put the tiniest little bit of glue along here, and then a little bit of glue here, and a little bit of glue here. A little bit there and a little bit there, and then that is just gonna fit in there like that. Okay, so I'm just gonna let that dry for like 5 minutes and then I'll be right back. Okay, so we are all dry now, and that is gonna be our fourth flip out, just like that. And then this is our pocket, and then this is also a pocket. So that's what we added to the folio. And I've been wanting to tell you this, don't throw away all your little pieces left over from cutting your file folders, because you can use these as your bases for like whenever we go to make tags and different things for the inside. You can use them as bases. And I needed something that was a little bit stronger for that book page to make that pocket. So I just cut out a piece of that and put it under. And then these little babies are gonna go in here when we're all done. And we're gonna make these into ornaments later on in another part. We're gonna do that. And then whenever these are finished, we are going to cover those with some type of like netting or something like that. So that's gonna be the start of our folio. I'm just gonna set these aside until later. So then when we flip open this fourth section, let me see if I'm in frame. Yeah, everything's in. Okay, so I wanted to show you about these the lady of the house. So the lady house is gonna go here. And I wasn't sure which lady of the house I wanted to use. So I'm kind of thinking her. I like her a lot. She's also in the lady of the house kit. And I printed her at 8 inches by 10 inches on my printer. And that's how I got her to be so big. And then, but there's a couple other ones that I've been auditioning and I can't make up my mind. So I also have the Pink Lady, which I actually really love her. And I might choose her. I don't know. I can't make up my mind. I need to like think about this for a minute. I think I'm going to come back to this after we do this section and see how everything goes. I also really like the Lady in Blue. She's so pretty too. What was the other one I had? This one. I liked her too. I liked the bows on her dress and I thought that was kind of Christmassy. So she was another option. It's so hard for me to choose. I just cannot make up my mind. So leave me a comment and tell me which one you like. I'd like to know. We probably all will pick different ones. I'm sort of thinking her just because she stays on the neutral side. And she's a close second. I don't know. I can't make up my mind, but they are all so pretty. So we'll just save that for once everything else comes together. And I know that it's looking a little plain, but we're going to be adding a lot more stuff to this, like putting things in the pockets, and then we're going to be adding some little belly bands. We need to figure out what we want to put, what type of paper we want to put there. And actually, I probably should not have glued that on until I figured that out, but oh well, I'll just have to deal with that. And then on this section, this is going to be a little stationery section. So it's going to be the part where there's little envelopes and thank you cards and like maybe a little calling card. And I was actually thinking, where is my papers for that? I had printed a couple cards that I really, really loved. Oh, here they are. I had printed some cards that I really loved. I printed these. These are from the Peace on Earth kit. And I like this rose and this rose. So I might use these as like little cards, little thank you cards. I don't know, something like that on this page. And then the lady that kind of goes with that. Because you got to think about all this stuff, because when you're opening it, see, like the Pink Lady could look really pretty with those pink cards, but I think she's my favorite. I'm probably going to end up using her. So anyways, I would love to know which one's your favorite though, so let me know. So yeah, I'm thinking about using these pink cards into the stationery section of our folio, but I don't know. My brain is starting to shut down now, so I feel like we didn't get a whole lot accomplished today. This is another part. Okay, so let's talk about this part before I go. So this is another part that's really like, I want to put like something really pretty there, like how we put like this wallpaper here. Like I want to put something really pretty here. So I'm thinking, maybe this one. I don't know if I should put red. Like if we have the gold on the cover, right? And then we open to that. And then we open to that. I think that could be really pretty. So maybe that, or I kind of like to use the florals on those sections. This was the paper that I used in the original folio, and that is pretty too. Gosh, it's so hard to decide. Let me see. Yeah, like I like that. I'm thinking that is the one. So this paper is in the what's it called? The Peace on Earth kit in my shop. Yeah, that's gonna be the one. I think that's it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and glue that on now. Okay, so I have that all glued on. That is looking pretty. So we're gonna put a couple little belly bands across there, and then we need to figure out what we want to put on the back. So the cover and the back, I think I'm going to do that next time, because like I said, my brain is starting to feel a little bit I can't make all these decisions. It's so hard. So she's gonna go here. And then, why isn't she, oh. And then, yeah, we'll figure all the rest of this out in the next part. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that you don't find me going too slow. And I will see you again next time. Like I said, I'm gonna try to come on every day. I posted my first video a day early so that I could have like a little head start in case I didn't get my video up. So I'm gonna try hard to be here tomorrow with the next one. So more than likely I will be. So I'll see you guys. Bye.